The tragic story of Prince Azim, a life between royalty and glamour. 4 years have passed since the untimely death of Prince Azim of Brunei, a beloved son, a film producer, and a favorite among Hollywood's elite. At just 38, the prince died of what was officially described as a rare illness. But to this day, many refuse to accept the official story. In an effort to honor his memory and quiet the swirling rumors, his family released a heartfelt documentary titled Prince Azim, Son of Art, which premiered in cinemas across Brunei. But behind the tribute lies a deeper question. What truly led to the prince's tragic end? And why did none of his celebrity friends attend his funeral? Let's rewind to October 24th, 2020. That day, the Times published a moving obituary for Prince Abdul Azim Bolkiah, a royal known not just for his title, but for his close ties with British and American showbiz. Condolences poured in from global icons like Sophia Loren and Naomi Campbell, with more than 100 celebrities expressing their sorrow online. Yet none of them were present when the prince was laid to rest. His body was returned to the palace and buried according to Islamic customs, with only close family members in attendance. Why? Perhaps the royal family knew more than they let on. Perhaps they wanted to protect their son's legacy or their secrets. Born in July 1982, Prince Azim was the eldest child of Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah and his second wife, Mariam Abdulaziz, a former flight attendant turned royal consort. Azim grew up in a world of contrasts. Palace intrigue on one side, unimaginable luxury on the other. His father showered him with extravagant gifts, including a Game Boy made of solid gold and encrusted with diamonds. But Azim, even then, preferred simplicity, trading it for a standard plastic one. By the time he reached adulthood, Azim had access to nearly $5 billion and the freedom to explore any dream he wished, while his younger brother, Prince Mateen, followed a disciplined path of sports and military service. Azim sought creativity and glamour. He dabbled in higher education, including a stint at Oxford, though he never graduated. In 2008, his father enrolled him at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, but Azim quit after just a week, vanishing to pursue a different calling. That calling led him to London, where he founded a film production company, Darrow Prince Productions. He became deeply involved in the British film scene, eventually producing You're Not You in 2014, a modest box office performer, but one that won praise from critics. In Azim's mind, it was just the beginning. He dreamt of Oscar glory. But after that brief success, his creative ambitions faded. Glitz and celebrity began to take center stage. If he couldn't win stars over with roles, he won them with generosity. His birthday parties became legendary. One featured $90,000 worth of flowers and a $25,000 gift bag for each guest, including a safari trip and elite dental services. Friends included Michael Jackson, Pamela Anderson, Mariah Carey, and Usher, to whom he famously gifted diamond-studded Nike sneakers. Despite his wealth and influence, Prince Azim remained kind-hearted. He was a generous supporter of charitable causes, particularly those aiding the sick and underprivileged. Little did he know, he'd soon be the one in need of care. In 2020, Azim began treatment for systemic vasculitis, a rare autoimmune condition that inflames blood vessels and can lead to multi-organ failure. Some medical experts believe it can be triggered by intense emotional stress, something the prince experienced deeply in his final years. In 2019, Sultan Bolkiah enforced strict Islamic laws in Brunei, including the death penalty by stoning for same-sex relations. International outrage followed. Perez Hilton, a well-known LGBTQ+ blogger, publicly criticized Prince Azim, claiming he was gay and had done nothing to stop the cruel law. Despite possibly having the power to influence his father, Azim, once adored by Western celebrities, found himself shunned. The very world he embraced now turned its back on him. Whether it was a stress of rejection or an already latent condition, Azim's health deteriorated rapidly. Though his father spared no expense and enlisted the world's best doctors, nothing could save him. On October 24th, 2020, Prince Azim passed away. Officially, the cause of death was complications from vasculitis. Unofficially, some sources whispered a liver cancer, possibly linked to years of lavish partying. We may never know the full truth. Regardless, the Sultan ensured his son's final journey was dignified. Azim was buried in the royal mausoleum, and Brunei entered a week-long period of national mourning. In the aftermath, the family, including Prince Mateen and Azim's sisters, worked to preserve his legacy. Prince Azim, son of art, showcased a different side of him. The artist, the dreamer, the misunderstood prince. Proceeds from the film were donated to charities Azim once supported, continuing his spirit of giving. Some say the prince's downfall was caused by the very world he tried so hard to be part of. He gave everything to be accepted, and when that world turned away, it broke him. Yet, in life and death, Prince Azim left a mark few could forget. He lived fast, loved freely, and left behind a story that still stirs emotions and raises questions. Rumors may persist, but one thing is certain: Prince Azim will not be forgotten.